Hello, today we're going to talk about box and whisker plots. In order to be able to do a box and whisker plot, you have to understand IQR and the quartiles. Alright, this is just a measure of spread and range, basically, drawn on a number line. So I have a set of data here. So from this data, I'm going to pull my IQR, my Q1, which is my quartile, my quartile 2, my quartile 3, and my max and my minimum number. I need all of these besides, basically, you don't really need the IQR, it just helps to check yourself, to be able to draw a box and whisker plot. Alright, so to find the quartiles, we have to know how many we had first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 all together. So 3, and 3 in the back, and 1 in the middle. The front 3 we are going to find the median of, which is the middle number, and that would be our Q1. So our median number here is 6, because it's the one in the middle. 9 will be our Q2. Do that above it, just to give it a little bit more clarity. And here, our middle number, this is our Q3, is 12. Alright, our IQR is a subtraction of the Q3 minus the Q1. So now that we have all the information, we are going to draw a box and whisker plot. So this is all pretty close, so I'm just going to draw a number line. 13, 14, 15. You don't have to put all the numbers on there. I always just put my start and my finish numbers on there. And I draw a line through them. Alright, so I draw a line through my maximum and my minimum number. Now I need to plot where my Q1 is. My Q1 is at 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I draw a line through it at 6. My Q2 is at 9. 7, 8, 9. Draw another line through it. My Q3 is at 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. Draw a line through it. So now I've drawn a line through my minimum, my maximum, my Q3, my Q2, my Q1, all right here. Now let's say box and whisker plot, so we need a box somewhere. So I connect my 3 quartiles to make a box. It's also called stem and leaf or something like that. So now I know my IQR is 6 because that is my range inside my box from 12 to 6. I'll just cut that out of the video earlier. All right. So then I connect back down to my max and my minimum, and there you go. You have a box and whisker plot. It is that simple. All right, there's one other thing we need to know here, and that is what is called an outlier. So I'm going to erase this just so I have room. All right, an outlier is a number that skews your data one way or the other. It's outside the majority of the data points. To find an outlier, you take your IQR and you multiply it by 1.5. So this would be 9. Now I take my Q1 and I subtract that. I take my Q3 and I add 9. Now if there's any numbers outside of this, they are considered outliers. Alright, so my Q1 is 6. So 6 minus 9 is negative 3. Do I have any numbers on this line that are less than negative 3? No. So my Q3 is 12. 21. Do I have any numbers greater than 21? No. So I have no outliers. I'll do another example. All right, example 2. There's a lot of sets of data. It's pretty long. First thing I need to do is count how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have an even one. So with an even one, I know I'm going to have 8 and 8 for my first two, for my quartiles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so I have to find my first quartile. My first quartile is the mean of the first ones. Since it's even, I have to count 4 and 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to find the average of those two right there. So it'd be 74 plus 73 divided by 2, which gives you 73.5. That's our Q1. Our Q2, do we do the same thing? But it's going to be 78.5. So you're just adding them together and find the average, find the median or the middle number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our Q3, we add them together, so 80 plus 82 divided by 2 gives us 81. Now we have all of our quartiles. Now we just need to know our max and our min. So our minimum number is 45 and our maximum number is 86. Now we can draw our box and whisker plot. Okie doke, now we have our number line. Down here, this is the number 45. That's my minimum. Over here is my maximum of 86. All right, now I just have to put in the 3 lines for my quartiles. So Q1 is 73.5. So 45, 46, 55, 56, 58, 59, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 70. Then 1, 2, 3 and a half. All right, so that's my Q1 is 73.5. Now I have to do my Q2. So that's 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 78 and a half, right there. Q2, 78 and a half. My Q3, 78, 79, 80, 81. All right, now all I have to do is connect my dots. So I need to make a box with my quartile. Then need to connect my max and my minimum to my box. Always make sure you connect it. So now I have everything I need. This is my box and whisker. So basically you're just finding what your quartiles are, like you have before. Then you're drawing lines through them on a number line, putting your max and your min, and just connecting it. It's not too difficult. And this number here should always be your IQR between the two numbers. So my IQR here should be Q3 minus Q1. So that's 81 minus 73.5. And that is, what, 7.5? Yeah, so my IQR is 7.5. And this is 7.5 in between them, so we did it right. Now so this is how you do a box and whisker plot. The last thing we need to check for is outliers. Now, 45 definitely looks like an outlier, as you can see, but we have to go through the formula to check it. So, outlier. I take 7.5 and I multiply it by 1.5. And I get, I don't know what, 5, 2, 35, 37, 0, 7, 5, plus 5, 12, 10, 11.25. So now to see if something is an outlier, I take my Q1 and I subtract 11.25. So my Q1 is 73.5 minus 11.25. That gives me 62.25. Yes. So any number outside of 62.25, which is right here, is an outlier. So if I look at my chart, is 64 an outlier then? No, because it's still on that side. But 53 and 45 are outliers based on this formula. So all I did is I took the IQR, I multiplied by 1.5, got 11.25, and I subtracted that from Q1. Now if I do the same thing with Q3, I subtract 11.25 from that to get 70 something. No, I add it, I'm sorry. So now for my Q3, I add 11.25, which gives me 92.25. Do I have anything outside 92.25? I do not. So there you go. We have two outliers in this one, which is stuff outside of the data that sort of skews it. And there you go. All right, this has been Box and Whisker Plots with outliers. I hope this helped and good luck.